What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew live here, poolside here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Man Shack Unfiltered. It's time for us to acknowledge all the people who came in yesterday. Well, we came in last night for the the Trump speech last night at the Republican National Convention. It was amazing. Let me get out of this sun, man. It's a little hot over here. But yeah, I was chilling poolside, man, as you guys can see out here. Beautiful day at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So let me just get up under this shade because now it's starting to get hot. But we had about, almost 5,000 people come in on the live last night. Trump speech. If you missed it, make sure you go and check that out. We had a good conversation afterwards. But I wanted to complete the financial analysis for what happens based on who wins the presidency. And yesterday we did, we did Trump and Vance yesterday, and everything pretty much that we said before that actually was spoken on with former President Trump speaking on it during his speech that we went live for also. So now it's time to talk about what to do with your money, where to invest your money if Biden and Harris win the election. Okay. The main thing a reason why I'm doing this is because I'm a realist, and just because I have a certain outcome that I'd like to happen, that doesn't have anything to do with my money. My money is going to be affected. If I get my way, my money's going to be affected. If I don't get my way, my money's going to be affected. So I'm looking at it like that, man. Pretty much not really worried about who I like. It's not even a matter of liking at this point. I think I'm past that stage as far as me being a registered voter here in the United States and a United States citizen, for me to get caught up in emotions. Okay, because money don't have no emotions, homie. Money don't love you. Money don't love none of us. Money like you for a while, or might like you a longer while, but money's always gonna like somebody else. So for me, who I like, I mean, a lot of people, I don't like Trump, I don't like Biden, I don't like this, I don't like that. Hey man, to me, I'm not even worried about it. All right. But with that being said, we are definitely gonna go through it. Salute to everybody on here. Salute to the chat, the moderators, the subscribers. Double tap the screen when you walk in here, and make sure you tip your bartender. All right. So the best way to understand the financial aspect of this is to, if you watch Trump's speech last night, it was an hour and 40 minutes, man. We were on thousands of people. Salute to the entire chat that was there. The majority, after him talking about what happened to him personally with the attempt on his life, it was all about money. It was all about what situations and what things, we're gonna get alleviated, get taken away, or get fixed. Okay, and everything had to do with finances, man. This election is about your money, and if you don't think it's about your money, then you don't have any, or you don't have enough for you to worry about. So when it comes to investing, if Biden and Trump, and right now it's not even, Biden and Trump, Biden and Harris, even if Joe Biden is to bow out, okay, which is looking like it's becoming more and more apparent, there's a lot of money that's in the balance right now, and I'll get into that. As far as the stock market has traditionally, for the Democratic Party, has traditionally excelled in certain stocks, certain industries, okay? Those industries would be solar, clean energy, which means, like non-fossil fuels, clean energy, green energy, anything that's going to help the environment, that's not going to, eat up at the ozone layer and all of that kind of stuff. Electric cars, moving away from, gasoline engines, moving away from things, factories putting out emissions and all of that. that is one of the things that uh, if the Democratic Party gets reelected, that your money will be sitting pretty over there. Okay. Uh, Another thing is health care. Okay. If you remember Obamacare, if you remember all these other uh, health care bills and things of that nature, all those health organizations that what was it, SEMA and all these other things like that, okay, private organizations, Kaiser or Blue Cross or any of those that have a open stock market, all of those are going to be a good place to have your money at, because the Democratic Party is about health care. It's about giving health care to people who can't afford it, the underprivileged, and so all of that kind of stuff. And the wave right now, man, on that is, I don't think that healthcare is going to be something that if it doesn't happen, you need to pull your money out of, because people are always going to get sick, man. People are going to always be sick. People are always going to be having babies. People are always going to be doing checkups. There's always going to be, medical as well. I mean, as far as pharmaceuticals, that too. So these are the type of things that you really need to be ready to put your money in, and understand that if the Democratic Party gets back in office and keeps the status quo, whatever was going on before June 27th, which was the first debate, that is where your money should be at, man. Okay. Salute to everybody that's on here, man, and we understand if you could stay cool. If you can't, come back. We'll be here. But right now, the money that is up in question is, if Joe Biden bows out, he has $240 million in his war chest, in his election war chest. Where's that money going to go? If the money's been earmarked for him to use that to campaign around the country, to do all the things that's necessary for when you're running for president, if he bows out, what happens to that money? And that's what everyone's talking about, because 240 something million dollars is 240 something million dollars. That doesn't mean you get to just take it and do whatever you want with it, but that is a big question. And that's another reason why you need to be very mindful of where your money's going, because all the people that put those campaign funds in to re-elect Biden, now that money is kind of in limbo a little bit. So based on what I found out, that money, it would be up to Kamala Harris to decide how that money's going to be disseminated, because she would be the vice president, but incumbent. But when it comes to who got elected, or brought in as the Democratic candidate who was voted in, by their constituents, that money would only like 91 million of it would be allocated towards the new campaign, unless some other things happen. So right now, man, the stock market is kind of holding back. I'm looking at my stock every day, man. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing, because things that were making money aren't making money, and other things that aren't making money. Nothing's happening. Okay, everybody's just standing around, twiddling their thumbs, looking at each other. What you doing, big dog? Oh man, sure, I'm just chilling. What you doing? Oh man, I'm just waiting for a phone call. Like, what you doing, dog? Oh man, and I don't know, I might go get something to eat. So nobody's moving, man. Stock market's no one's doing anything. Okay, as far as the Democratic Party, what they can hope for, all they can hope for at this point is that they make the right decision on who to go against Donald Trump. Because right now, if the election was going to happen today, Trump would win in a landslide. Let's just keep it a buck. It's only been 6 days since his life was in question, at least attempted to be in question. And in those 6 days, you talk about momentum change and somebody running off a 21-0 run. Okay, that's pretty much what's going on right now. But fortunately for the Dems have about 3 months until the election. Uh, the Democratic National Convention is until August the 4th uh, in Chicago. And by then, people will be a little bit more, relaxed in understanding that what just transpired, it'll be a little bit more distance, and there'll be a decision that will have to be made because they have to have a candidate. Maybe by then we'll hear that Biden has decided to run, even though he has COVID at this point. Maybe that'll be when they decide to let it be known that he has dropped out, and they're gonna go with another candidate who could be. It could be Kamala Harris. It could be Gavin Newsom, who's the governor here in Cali, or it could be somebody else, or it could be Joe. So the situation is very, very much in flux, but your money's not in flux, man. Your money's not in flux, and you better understand that when 2025 hits, or at least after the election, and we know who's going to be the president-elect, that's when it's time for you to start going heavy-handed for the next 3 months, because November, December, end of January, those 3 months you need to be trying to be diverse and spend your money and put your money wherever you feel it needs. In some of these other industries, maybe not liquidate and pull everything out, but you definitely need to be understanding that, hey, dog, I'm not trying to lose my money too. Don't be the cat to lose. Your candidate loses and you lose the bag. All right, like, come on, dog. I mean, there's losing and then there's really losing. All right. So once again, man, I'll just make it clear. The places to put your money financially, if Biden and Harris, they're able to pull this out. Solar energy is definitely something that you would be very adverse to. I mean, very versed to do. Then you have clean energy, green energy, any of the emissions, any of that kind of stuff. Electric vehicles, Tesla, or investing in that, or investing in Rivian. That's a new I've seen a lot of the Rivian vehicles rolling around out here. Invest in things that are going to go against what's traditional. Last night, Trump said that he's going to get the auto industry. He said he's not trying. He's going to get the auto industry back on its feet in America. Auto industry is gas. Why do you think he said drill, drill, drill? Because he wants us to start drilling for oil. What's the use of drilling for oil and pulling oil out of the ground, and you don't have the biggest consumer of oil, which is gas, to put in your car? If everyone's starting to drive electric cars, then that's a whole industry. Okay, so that right there, and medical, man, medical health care, that is definitely something that is gonna be a sticking point. All right. So as far as what us to do now, or what's next, we have to wait for a couple of things to happen. Number one, I don't think anything's going to happen with the Dems until the Democratic Convention. I don't think that they're going to bow out or do anything at that point. I think there's going to probably be some rumors. It's already starting to happen. But I definitely think that you should wait. If you have anything going on, man, don't invest your money right now. I would advise you, if you're going to invest in something Don't start moving over only to find out that there was a mistake being done. But definitely take your time and continue to invest what you need to invest in, and maybe mess around with some of the other stuff. Just a recap on the Trump side that we went last night. Investments would be energy, fossil fuels, natural gas, anything that your grandmother would have been using to heat the house, to get around in the car, any of those things that 40 years ago, 50 years ago, we were using. Okay. The industrial industry. Okay. Uh, the airlines, things that aren't making money right now. You look at the stocks, Boeing stock is really low. You look at, GM, Ford, Chrysler. You can buy those stocks for like $50, 40 something dollars a share. That is definitely what's going to be happening on that. Oil, any type of drilling companies, financials, okay, which would be the banking systems that aren't doing great. All right. Banking systems, you look at Bank of America, they're not doing that great. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, financial institutions. Because why? Because if they get the car industry back up and they mandate getting rid of all these electric cars and making you pay an arm and a leg for it, somebody has to be able to finance the vehicles. Okay. Somebody has to go and finance the vehicles. You got to go get you a car, because electric car, Trump's gonna put so many taxes and tariffs and so many things on all this, things that's going in, that you're just gonna go ahead and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go buy me a Chevy. I'm just gonna go buy me a Ford. I'm gonna go buy me a Buick. I'm gonna, go buy me a American-made vehicle for you to go to a bank and get a loan. Okay, so financials, and the one that shocked me that I got right yesterday is cryptocurrency. Donald Trump has been notoriously against cryptocurrency. He's pretty much against anything that the government can't control. He doesn't like anything that can't be controlled by the government. He thinks the government should control everything, and everything should go through him. So he wasn't a fan of crypto, because crypto is volatile. It's like anything else, man. It's like that's in that faction. Nobody can really police it. You can't tax it. You can't really know what's going on. So they were trying to regulate it. But he's going to go that direction because he understands that that's what the younger demographic wants. Younger demographics, the under 40s, they like crypto. They like the Bitcoin. And they definitely ain't trying to hear a 78-year-old man say, we're not doing that. Okay? Especially when you got a 39-year-old potential vice president that's going to be underneath your administration. So these are the things, man, that we need to be aware of as consumers, man, and as people who are trying to make sure that we have our monies in the right place. The semiconductor business, a lot of you guys are invested in NVIDIA. A lot of you, like I am, I'm invested in NVIDIA. You might be invested in Intel. You might be invested in Dell Computers. Anybody that's using, advanced micro devices, AMD, National Semiconductor. All of these companies that use all these semiconductors that you use every day, that you may just be taking, just taken for granted. Your phone is full of them. Okay, your smart TV is full of them. Your car, if it's anywhere in the 2020s or even in the 2010s, has a computer system. Most of them have a computer chip in their car, for you to, regulate, tell you if your gas is low, or if your tires pressure's down, or if you have some engine problems or whatever. You got them chips in there. Those Trump is not going to protect the biggest maker of that, which is Taiwan. If China decides to attack Taiwan, be prepared for your iPhone to probably double in price. Be prepared for that smart TV. You can go buy a really cool smart TV for $300. Be prepared for that to be $1,000. Okay, because that's something that he doesn't really want us to really be concentrating on. He wants us to be concentrating old school. If he can get us back to pen and paper, or pencil and paper, and one of them big ass erasers like this, he would be having you do that. All right. And then on the other side, like I said before, with Biden, it's the Democrats, it's all about electric. It's all about solar, clean energy, Medicare, the healthcare system. Anything that we've pretty much been doing all this time. So these are the reason why I'm on here is just to kind of reiterate that situation. As far as right now, Bitcoin after the attempt on Trump's life has jumped up $4,500 in the past few days. It jumped up 1,000 the day after. So right now, Bitcoin it's not bad. It's not a bad place. I know a lot of people that lost a lot of money. I got one of my boys, man. He said he lost like $1.2 million, and $200,000 on Bitcoin, man, by just throwing money at it and not understanding that, hey, man, you still got to monitor. You just can't throw your money over there and then just come back later on and expect for it to, be what it is or be double. Okay, so that's what we got. And I'm gonna read some of you guys' questions in a couple of seconds. And this is a battle for not only for your vote. This is not only a battle for your best interests. That includes everyone. It's also a battle for your money, man. And I'm just being totally honest, man. I mean, I'm really not worried about all the other stuff. Okay, what I am worried about is that bag, man. I'm worried about that. Because everything else, man, I done lived through both of these guys. Like I was telling, some of the, subscribers last night when I was doing this same thing. And then when we went live last night, had about almost 5,000 people on that during Trump's speech. I'm not, neither one of these guys are a stranger to me. Okay, I don't know why people are acting like they don't know what this person's going to do and what that person's going to do. I lived through. Both these guys had the same tenure. They had the same length of time to be the president. Trump had 4 years. Biden had 4 years. I know what my lifestyle situation was when Trump was in office. I know what my lifestyle situation has been since Biden's been in office. I know what my finances looking like. I know what my wife's finances looking like. I know what's going on. I know what to expect. And I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I'm not really tripping off a policy. Okay, policy can be changed at any time. They can get in there. They can say they're going left, and then they'll go right. But that money, that is not something that they're going to be able to flip flop on. Those situations and who has invested into their campaigns. You already know that the Republican are already have been taking money from the NRA. They've been taking money from big corporations like Philip Morris cigarette company, GM, Ford, all of those, the big three automakers, all those guys. And then Biden has been getting his money from the clean energy companies, getting his money from places like Nvidia and Intel and Apple Computer. They're building them too. So these are the things that we're definitely going to be paying attention to, man. We're not going to be walking around here. All right. Definitely not going to happen. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on here. All right. See what you guys are talking about, man. Hope everything's cool. Like I said, man, I'm out here on a Friday, man. Poolside. People going to be out here soon enough, man. I was out there chilling closer to the pool, but that sun started bearing down. And beautiful day today, man. You're not trying to get a tan. There's no reason to be out there just laying around. All right. Okay. Fly Ignacio says we're damned either way. What's up, big dog? All right, man. Yeah, you too, brother. All right. Yeah, we just got to understand, Fly Ignacio, man, that sometimes you gotta eat the Brussels sprouts, bro. Okay, sometimes you gotta eat your vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to eat your vegetables when you was a kid and you had to eat them. That's what it is, bro. Okay, you don't get no dessert until you finish your Brussels sprouts, man. You got to finish those damn butter beans, and you got to eat that up. You got to find a way. Okay, and that's what it is, man. This isn't gonna be, for me at least, it's not a, hey man, this is gonna be wonderful, I can't wait. It's not even a matter of I can't wait. It's like, man, I'm loathing it either way, because things are gonna change, and right now I kind of like how things are for me. I may not like how things are for society and other things, but for myself, I kind of like how things are right now, bro. Okay, but it's not gonna stay like that. All right, Ruben Naba, man, salute to you and your family, man. For you too, Ruben Naba was popping, big dog. Appreciate you. Justin Saw, what's going on? Jay Sizzle, Okay, man, you probably in the gym hoisting it up, man. Probably got about 14 plates on each side, you know, hitting it. I already know how you do it, big dog. Okay, Raiders all day, man. What's good, Shaq? Love the content. Gee, I'm at work. So, hey, man, being at work is a good thing, man. Getting that income and getting paid, that's a good thing. Okay, so yeah, don't never we're capitalists over here, so don't ever put your money behind what we're doing over here, over what we're doing over here, I should say. All right, what's going on, Bev? What's happening, man? Hit that like button, subscribe, share this channel, lock in with a membership, follow on X and Twitter at Shackster21. Okay, that's where we're at on that, man. Joshua said, "Is society collapsing?" I think society as we know it is collapsing. I think that if Trump gets elected, there's a very good chance of what they're calling a red wave, meaning that the Republicans will have full control over the House, the Senate, and the White House. And at that point, man, it's barbecue chicken, because there's not going to be nobody there to stop nothing. There's not nobody that's going to say, hey, well, wait a minute, you know, I don't think that's a good idea. So, you know, if you're not prepared for that to occur, you better try to figure it out, dog. Okay. Jesse Hernandez, I hear what you're saying, bro. I'm already good with that. Historic stuff said Biden 2024. Let's not act like Biden don't have supporters, man. I mean, I know it seems like it right now because you know, the lead line on all news channels is Trump. Trump this, Trump that. And guess what? That's where it should be, man. That's exactly how it should be. Okay, they shouldn't have never been in that position. We shouldn't even be having this, you know, situation with him, his life being threatened, to even be part of this campaign. It shouldn't even be like this. And Biden shouldn't be having COVID. Like, both of these guys, man, we don't need neither one of them to have no health issues. We need both of them to be, you know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, get in here in front of us and, hey, man, you know, show me who to vote for, okay? You know, I need to, you know, it needs to be a job interview. This is a job interview for me, okay? All right. Okay. Hold on a second, man. Don't take much. Okay. Sanika Divine, man, everyone thinks Trump is going to make them so rich. Why do they don't need medical? I mean, I'm hearing a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm not going to lie. I have people telling me straight up, yeah, Shaq, you know, man, you know, I'm a Democrat, but, you know, I think I'm going to vote for Trump this time because I had more money when I was under Trump. And I was like, that's what you're going to say, bro? I mean, it's as simple as that. Not to try to sway you, but a lot of things have happened over the past 4 years, bro. Like, you really think that's going to change it? I don't think that anyone's money's going to change. I don't think that if you vote for either one of these guys, you're going to have more money than last year, unless you're doing things to put yourself in a position to have more money. Like you're investing, you started a business, and you did this, and you've made more money because of your efforts. I don't think that a presidential candidate is going to make you make more money automatically. I don't think, okay, let's just say hypothetically Trump gets elected, the next day at your job, instead of you getting paid $25, $50 an hour, they're going to pay you $26. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I just think that people are just saying what sounds good. Okay, Mike Brown said Trump or Joe. It's going to be one of them. Okay. Yeah, Jerry Can said, I love Buicks. I used to have a Buick LeSabre, man. I used to drive a Buick LeSabre, dog. Buicks run. Buicks will run into the ground. Okay. All right. Kathy Hall, that's how you know Democrats care. Yeah, they are more, definitely more oriented with the health care and the society. What's up, big dog?
They got that bet for the $100 up to win $3,000. Will Bronny score 25 in a regular season game this season?
Yeah, I think he will.
I'm thinking I'm gonna make
Yeah, you should do that. You might want to do that a few times.
Yeah, he got 12 and 13.
Yeah, he's gonna get it, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna
let him get it one time.
Yeah, get that.
6 threes, get high real quick.
Yeah. So you're not even 6 threes. Get to the line. He can make his free throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, brother. All right, man. I got my neighbor, man. Neighbor's always talking to me about some hoop. But yeah, there even though Democrats may have the perception that they care, there's some greed over there as well. There's greed on both sides. I think there's care on both sides and greed on both sides. Okay. Kathy Hall said, MAGA, my attorney got an attorney. That's true. I guarantee you that's true. I mean, I seen a lot of people in that audience last night that looked like they were doing very well with themselves. They didn't look like they were suffering at all. Okay, it looked like their FICO scores is well over 790. All right. Okay. BS Edit. Hey, babe, I'm just chilling, BS Edit. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, it's lit this out here by the pool. Got some neighbors out here. They out here chilling. It's going to start being barbecue chicken out here really soon, though. Okay, it's Friday. Rocky Flores says, I'm the typical swing vote. A lot of people are that way, man. A lot of people are just, they're willing to try things. You know, they're like, hey, man, what's it going to hurt? I'm having people hearing, when you start hearing people say, well, what's it going to hurt? That's where you need to not be that. Now, nothing wrong being a swing voter, but when you start saying, what's it going to hurt? That to me shows that you're not really doing all your homework and doing your research. I mean, who really wants to go back to school for this? Like, you know, everybody got lifestyles to live. You got kids to raise. You got bills to pay. You got mortgages, car notes, rent, you know, food. You got responsibilities at work. You trying to have some fun, trying to have a little entertainment. You really got time to be putting your head down, man. But money follows intelligence, bro. Money follows intelligence. And if it doesn't follow intelligence, like they always say, a fool and his money will soon part. So I've been doing my research and doing my homework and looking at the markets and looking at what happened when Obama came in, what happened, and when Trump came in, what happened, and when Biden came in, what happened. I'm looking at all of that because those trends, a lot of them are the same. So when people come and say this person's going to get me more money just because they're in office, I'm like, that doesn't necessarily mean it's true at all. Okay, because what happened the last time? You can easily go back and look at what happened with Trump when he went in, came in. You can easily go back and look at Biden, what happens when he came in. All right. So something to think about. All right. Okay. Like I said, we're always Trump supporters. They're always, man. Salute to you guys. Salute to Trump and Biden supporters. Okay. Hit that like button. Just double tap the screen, you guys. Okay. Subscribe and share. Joshua Brown said, when Trump was in office, a month of groceries I paid $125. Today, the same list of groceries for a month is $4.50 with the same gas. That was 8 years ago, though. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You have to. I'm not saying what you're saying is not true, Joshua Brown. I'm saying that it's incomplete. You just said. I'm just reading what you said. You said when Trump was in office, a month of groceries was $125. Today, the same groceries $4.50. That was 8 years ago. It's 8 years ago, man. I mean, everything went up. Everything costs more. That's why I don't believe when people say, you think that the time is going to go back to 8 years ago? Nothing. That's not happening. It's not happening, bro. Now, I can say this. Now, if you're in certain sectors, like if you work, okay, like I just said, let's just use Trump since you mentioned it. If you work in the energy industry, you work in the industrial industry, okay? You work in financial industry, and you're about your crypto life. Them groceries are still going to be $4.50 or higher. The groceries aren't going down, but your bank and your bag is going up. Okay? Makes sense. But to talk about how much food cost 8 years ago, that's never going back down that high. The lowest it's gonna be is $4.50. So these are just the kind of things, some of the things that I just want to kind of stress that I don't think no candidate has that kind of power to turn back the clock and push the prices back that much. You're talking about an extra $300 for some groceries. That's not happening, dog. Okay? Everything costs more. What was the I don't know what state are you in? Number one. Okay? Number two, what is the minimum wage in your state? Okay? Well, there's a bunch of different factors. $4.50 for groceries out here is $4.50, bro. Like I'm in Cali. I'm in LA. Everything's expensive here. Pay the most for gas, pay the most for groceries, pay the most for gas, electric, and rent, and everything's high. Okay? So for me, if it was $150 for you, it was probably $300 for me. Just depends on where you are. Okay. Mark Caspian, man, what's going on, man? I appreciate your show, Shaq. I feel like a deer in the headlights financially right now. Fairly comfortable, but waiting like you. Can't wait for football season. Can you feel it's almost here? Yeah, I'm gonna come back in a little bit later and have some fun with you guys and talk about some football, talk about some other subjects. But this has been a great. The situation itself isn't great. It's very sad and tragic, but it's been great for us to be able to shift gears and show some diversity and show some range here and about some different subjects. And you guys have been very, very much on board with it. I mean, I'm not going to even lie to you, man. Over the past less than a week, we've had over 40,000 views just on these topics, man. 40,000, bro. Okay. And well over a couple of hundred subscribers. So it's like people want to come in, and even some of our regular subscribers are interested in this. But we're going to get back to having some other fun and stuff. But we're always going to jump in. Do not be surprised. There's going to be no more just us talking about what we have been talking about. We're going to continue doing that, especially with football season coming up, because we're big football fanatics over here. But at the end of the day, man, what's the use of watching football if we ain't got no money, bruh? So we get the money's got to be cool too. Let's just do multiple things. Okay, so yeah, appreciate you, Mark. Chris Clarkson said Trump 2024. Joshua Brown talking about Trump. Appreciate you, Joshua Brown. Appreciate you. Okay, if you haven't subbed the channel, you guys please sub the channel, man. That's what we doing out here. All right, Maurice Tool, what's going on, Reese? Reese in the house. Bev says, anything you pay for isn't ever going to reduce in price. I started driving at 15 years old. Gas was 99 cents a gallon. All right, and Bev, I'm older than you. So I literally remember going to Arco, AM, PM mini market. Okay, Bev, right there on, back home, right there on 101 and Blossom Hill, getting right over on Monterey Road, and the gas was, 65 cents a gallon. Now, if I really want to go back to my earliest memories, I remember when we were living in San Francisco, when I was maybe like your nephew's age, like 4. If I can go back, and far as memory I can go back. There was an Esso station, which is now Exxon. There was an Esso station down the street from our house, down the hill from our house, and gas was like 30 cents or something like that. I remember like 29 cents, like barely. Okay, so prices ain't going down. I don't know where everybody gets this ideology that a president's going to be able to roll the prices back. I mean, this isn't a blue light special. They don't have that no more. But Kmart blue light special, or white flower day sale at Macy's where we're rolling back prices. That's not happening. Okay, I'm telling you that now. There was a line damn near around a mile around the corner from up the street, because gas was under $4 at this one gas station. It was $3.91. I hadn't seen gas under $4 here in California in years. And that line was astronomical, bro. Okay? But when I went back east and went back east to go Baltimore, gas was $2.60. So it is what it is. Okay? Double tap the screen, y'all. Patrick said, your best investment is to pack up and get out before Sleepy Joe brings you down with him. It all depends on your lifestyle, dog. I mean, there's plenty of people who ain't going to even sweat it. I'm not going nowhere. I'd be damned if I let a president run me out of what I built. Man, whoever's the president's the damn president, man. It is what it is. Okay? He ain't stopping me. He ain't God. Okay? He ain't my God. I'll tell you that right now. Be the president all day. I'm not running nowhere. I'm not sweating. I'm not crying. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm just going to keep doing what I have been doing, which is going that way. Ain't nobody stop you but you, man. It's all psychological. Okay. Beb, subscribe. You know what it is. Okay, Robert Green said 23.9 cents a gallon in 1970. And I can't remember that far back, but I do remember it was around 30, 27 cents, 30 cents, something like that, man. My earliest memory, man. My earliest memory. Because we used to go to that gas station all the time, right up the street. And I actually hit my dad up. I said, Dad, there used to be a Esso gas station down the hill from our house in San Francisco. He was like, yeah, you remember that? I said, yeah. I remember that because I'll be like, bring me some candy. Like, bring me a soda. Bring me something out. I mean, kids, it's pretty easy to remember when you get something. You get something, it's really easy to remember. Okay. He's like, wow, I can't believe I remember the name of the street I lived on too. So yeah, got me about somewhere between 27 and 30 cents a gallon. Okay, I mean, by the time I started driving, it was like in the 60s. All right, but hey, man, that's not going back. Okay. Patrick said, been there, saw that. Okay, Mr. Perfect. Okay, what's going on, man? Bless up to you as well. Patrick says, look what Joe's done. Do you like what happened? I don't like anything that's happened. I'm gonna keep it a gangster with you. Okay. I mean, you're not looking at somebody who's pushing an agenda. Over here, I'm not pushing any agenda. I'm telling you guys to do what's best for you. Vote the way that you need to vote for your household, your family, your future, and your finances. Because I'm going to do the same thing. All right? I'm going to do exactly what's best for me. I'm not going to be worried about what nobody else is talking about. So the answer to that is I haven't liked nothing. I didn't like when Biden's been in office, I ain't like it. I ain't like it when Trump was in office. I didn't like it when Obama. I didn't like a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, it's not about me being happy about it. It's about me taking advantage of it, and that's what I did. I stopped doing that, man. I used to get all emotionally caught up like the rest of my boys. Get all caught up in a candidate. Okay, getting all caught up in a candidate and what they did and who they slept with and Clinton. I never had sex with that woman. You know. Oh man, people getting all emotionally involved because these guys have you've been conditioned to respect the Oval Office, and you've been conditioned and taught that this person represents this country, which he does in a certain capacity. But in my household, man, there's not one president picture in my house. You know how I used to go to in my community, man, you can go to your grandmother's house and they would have a picture, they have one of those velvet pictures up of Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy. Like if your grandmother or your great grandmother probably had, and you're from my community and you're from the South, they definitely had that up. Man, they had no damn picture of no president in my house my entire life. No painting, no portrait, no collage, nothing. No mural. So guess what? I'm definitely not worried about who's the president outside of do your job, dog. Do what you're going to do, because Shaq's going to do what he has to do. Unless I go out the door and I have people trying to stand in my way to stop me from getting to the money, I'm going to get to it. All right? And that's my answer. I don't have a favorite. Okay, a lot of y'all have favorites. I can see it. You guys are, your whole thing is, well, what about him? Well, what do you think about what he did? Because you're trying to push that person further and further back to make you look better. I mean, that's the best way to look better. If you want to stand out and you got a bunch of people standing around you, okay, and you're standing by the pool and you got the finest shooby dooby looking at you, and you got all these people crowding you up, man. If you really want to be seen, you may have to start pushing people into the pool, bruh. You may have to start pushing people. So when people ask me, well, what about this, and how do you feel about that? I'm like, dude, if you were so confident about your candidate, why you got to talk to me about what my choices are? Just do what you're gonna do. Okay, that's what I do. All right. So that's how I play that one. Okay. Maurice Toole in the house, man. Bev says, water wasn't a utility bill when I was younger. You didn't have to pay for that. Put air in your tires at the service station either. You got to pay to use the air and water at the service stations. Bev, that's funny you said that because I just had to do that yesterday. I had a pressure light on my car yesterday, and we got all these gas stations that are right here, man. These high-end ones, bruh. I mean, they got the all these nice, clean gas stations. The gas is like $5.39 because you get a car wash and all of that. Really nice, right down like a block down the street from my house. You know damn well I didn't go there and get no gas because I go right up the street to the hood and get my gas for under $4. Okay. And then I would right in there and I said, can you turn on the air? Yeah, no problem, bro. You think I was gonna put $2 in there, bro? Can you turn on the air, homie? Sit, dog. Pay for no damn air, brand. I'm breathing air. I'm not paying for air, dog. Okay, we're not doing that. Sorry about that. Phone ringing. Okay. Joshua Brown said, vote prayerfully and mindfully. Just do your thing, man. Do your thing. Warren K. Bell, man, speak the truth, my friend. Man, the truth is all. Truth don't need no cosign. Truth don't need no type of support, bruh. Okay. People don't like the truth though because the truth stands on its own. All right. Robert Green said, must vote blue for the world. A lot of people feel that way. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna hold you. I saw a lot of people last night that didn't have any of the same values that a lot of you guys have. I saw them. They look like they didn't have a care in the world. They were looking at him, and that's it. Get him in office, and you guys are on your own, bro. Don't ask for no handouts. Don't ask for no, hey man, are they hiring over here? You putting they gonna separate. They gonna put that line in the sand, and if they know you on that other side, they probably wouldn't pee on you if you on fire. They definitely did not look like they was trying to be inclusive at all. I didn't see any inclusivity at all. Okay. Fox Jew said property taxes went up and now my mortgage payment went up by $120. That happens every year. I don't think that's going to change. Okay. I really don't. All right. I mean, why should they? If they can get the same thing for more money, why not do that? I mean, like I said before, a lot of you guys are very much thinking this happened and it went up. I guarantee you it went up, when the Republicans were in office as well. And it's going to go up again. All right. Trump is not the king, man. He's not the emperor. He won't be the emperor. Okay. He might be an imperial president if he gets the red wave going and he has all of those in his favor. But trust and believe, man. I don't think that your mortgage is going down. Okay. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that you might get some tax breaks. Okay. You might get some money at the end of the year. All right. But it isn't going to be the $120 that you're paying more. So I'm just telling you, man, how it works, man. I mean, it sounds good, but I know better. I know that every year that somebody was the president, my bills went up. It didn't matter who was in there. It didn't matter if I voted for him or not. Every year, my bills went up. Every year, my rent went up. Every year, my mortgage went up. Every year, my interest rates went up. Credit card interest rates, loan interest rates. It's not going to stop, man. I don't know where you guys are getting this from, thinking that this man's going to stop these companies. This is the United States of America, bro. This isn't, okay, you know what, everybody stop the finance stuff. Now, I'll tell you this. He can tell the financial institutions to stop raising it. They can stop that. Okay, that might happen. But do you know how long this is going to take? That's not going to happen as soon as he walks in the door. You're going to pay for a while. But then guess what happens? After a while, when the elections happen next year, it might happen 1 year. The off years where you have the other elections that people don't care about, the local ones, the Senate, the House, your mayor, your alderman, your assemblyman, and all those people, and they start getting those numbers start changing, and then when Trump goes in and tries to push the button and say we're not doing that, he doesn't have it. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, man. I mean, hey, I hope it works for you, man. I would do if I was you, I'd do what's best for me, because that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Mr. Perfect says, take care of yourselves, because they're definitely taking care of themselves. Oh, without question, y'all. I learned that since I've been out here. I'm fortunate that I learned this before I got married, before I had a child, before I had my wife as my girl. When I got out here, man, by myself, man, I didn't know a soul. I was out here, got it out the mud, doing whatever I can, living with different roommates and people, houses full of people and all kinds of stuff, dog. Working here, working there, man. Trying to get trying to figure out what I was gonna do. And I thought that I can just get in. Once I got into a cool spot, I thought I can just get in there and just work and impress and do my job and show up on time and don't call off and don't do this and don't do that, bro. And Christmas came. Christmas came and everybody was talking about, we're going to get a Christmas bonus. You guys, our numbers are up. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. Long story short, man, Christmas came. Everybody got a bonus except the people that was working. They said they didn't have no bonuses. But Shaq knows people that are in the higher levels, the managers. We go out to Taco Tuesdays and go out to happy hour with these people and who's, Chloe and them that are in HR and all of them. I was like, I got to know what's popping. And they're like, hey, Shaq, I'm going to tell you now, we're getting bonuses. You guys aren't getting bonuses. Well, what do you mean? They say, they promised us bonuses. Say, well, the executives, they took this and then they had a little bit left and they took that and then they had some left and they gave us some. And what they're going to do is they're going to tell you that they're going to give you more next year. And that's exactly what happened, bro. So I learned right there, they don't care about us, bro. They don't care about us, man, at all, man. They don't care. Okay, so guess what? Guess what I did? I said, all right, time for me to start figuring out where I'm going next. And that's exactly what I did. All right. It will always go up. Yes, sir. Okay. Patrick says, you sound like a good person, knowledgeable one. Keep it up. Thank you. Amen. Patrick, sub the channel. Like I said, I'm a resource. I'm not here to waste anybody's time. I'm here to be a resource and, a sense of content that you guys could use. All right. Okay. Subscribe and follow at Shaxter21 on IG and Twitter as well. X. Mr. Perfect. Okay. Warren K. Bell. That's what the citizens should have been doing right from the beginning, staying focused on. I hear what you're talking about. Looking at it from the outside in. I mean, everybody's not spiritual, but whatever it is that you do to keep yourself grounded, you should do that. I have my ways of doing that, and I would recommend everybody doing that because at the end of the day, man, mental health. Without mental health, none of this means anything. Okay. Info punk oh, I see what you're saying. I can't say. I'm just gonna call you Eno. Eno says your vote has consequences. Vote politicals and educate yourselves on each party's history. Do it correctly, and in the truth, you wake up and you'll see it's not even close. History does repeat itself, man. When people come up with these these idioms and all these things where they say, no history or history will repeat itself. All these sayings that you grew up learning, that you heard, it comes from experience of things never really change. One of my favorite is the players change, but the game stays the same. You know what I'm saying? That's it's a one. Same thing, dog. The candidates change, but the policies and politics stay the same, bruh. It's all about what's best for me now. I could switch up. Okay, I'm not even playing with you. JD Vance himself, he was anti-Trump in 2016, and he even is notorious. Came out with some notorious support for some tweets against Trump when he was in office, but he's not doing it now. He looked like he was skinning and grinning on stage last night. Funny how things change, because in 2022. Trump supported his candidacy to be a senator. Even after all of that, Trump was like, I support the guy. Now all of a sudden, hey, what's going on? DJ, Donald J. Before it was, hey, Trump this, Trump that, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, man, a lot of people have a price, man. A lot of people have a price. Okay. Eno said, besides, if you do it correctly, then you at least should know where the truth has it. Facts. I agree. Okay. I mean, information is there to be taken in. Why not take it in? All right. Luke Williams says, that's me right now, man, but you're speaking such facts, man. He said, Luke Williams says, yep, exactly the same here, how it is. Yeah, man. I kind of miss, I love my family. I love, my wife. I love my son. I wouldn't trade them for anything. But I kind of miss when I didn't have them. Because back then, I ain't worry about none of this stuff. I mean, what does a bachelor in Los Angeles, dog? What do I really have to worry about, man? I don't got to worry about nothing. I ain't got to worry about nothing, man. Figure out what shooby dooby am I going to hang out with tonight? Is it going to be Netflix and chill? Is it going to be movies? What's going to be? I didn't have to worry about all the stuff I got to worry about now. Now I got to worry. I really have to worry, dog, about what I'm doing. Okay? I could just like, okay, man, I'm not even worried about it. I'm just going to blow money on the weekend. We and my boys are going to go to Vegas. We just going to turn up, hit up every day party and be out all night, just spend money and buy. Now it's kind of like, well, man, yeah, I can do that, but man, I need to kind of make this into a business trip a little bit. I need to kind of handle some business while I'm here so I can get the write-offs. Like not just party, like, okay, all right, I'm a party, but I'm about to go over to this, person that I'm trying to do some business with and go over there and have a power lunch with him real quick and try to see if I can't just be just balls to the wall no more. Pause. Can't do that. All right. Little Lamb said, yeah, I'm going to move so my stalkers can play the same games they've been playing with me for years. My next move is to stay right here. Hey, dog, I'm not running from nothing, dog. I'm not running nowhere, man. What I look like? Running. Okay? I worked hard to be where I live. But this is where I live. I'm home, dog. Like, man, I'm not running nowhere. I'm trying to get more. I mean, you're looking at the dude that drives around communities that got $10 million homes at them, just looking at them and trying to figure out how much they cost, looking on Zillow and popping. I would be driving around places like this saying, hey, man, I'm going to get in there one day. I'm going to be living like that. So for me, man, I'm not worried about running from no candidate, running from no political party, man. No. I'm going to make the most of it. Whoever's in there, scoot over, bro. I'm sitting at the table too, so you need to get a place setting. I need a clean cup. I need all my utensils, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need my salad fork. I need all my stuff over here, dog. Give me the menu, because I'm eating too. There ain't nothing stopping me from eating, man. Trust me. I guarantee you, either one of these dudes is not stopping me from eating. It's not happening. All right. Luke Williams says, only 20 though, but I'm feeling exactly what you're talking about. Hey, man, Luke, I'm going to tell you this right now, dog. Take it from your Uncle Shaq. 20 years old, bro. You don't understand how big of an opportunity you have right now. I know you have a lot to look forward to, man. Okay. If you ain't already, getting out there having fun, then you will. You'll be 21 soon enough. All right. Concentrate on your money, bro. Concentrate on your bag. 20 years old, all your homies, everybody's having fun. I mean, you think, oh, I got years, I got time. But once you hit 25, it goes quick. It goes fast, bro. It seemed like it was an overdrive. Like from 20 to 21 seemed like it was forever. Well, 18 to 21 seemed like it was forever. 20 to 25 seemed like it was a long period of time. After 25, it started speeding up. All right. And if you're just having fun and you're not concentrating on your bag or, school, get your education, or start investing or getting into Bitcoin, or, putting your money into stock market and, get on the Robinhood app, play around with a little bit of paper. Dude, by the time you're 30, and that's going to come quick, man, you could be chilling. While a lot of your other boys are already going to be hemmed up, they're already going to have multiple kids, already going to be in the second or third marriage or third baby mama, working the same job, hoping to get a raise. You can be chilling at 30, bro. Concentrate on your money, man. pay attention to the politics, because I wasn't paying attention, though. I was having too much fun. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, even I was in college and I got a bachelor's degree and all of that. The only reason why I did that is because my parents said, "You going to college and that's it," and they paid for it. So I was like, well, shit, I might as well go to class. Outside of that, trying to tell you, man, do not play around, bruh. You got all the time in the world. Okay, you got 45 years till you're 65 years old, bruh. You can literally have millions of dollars by the time you retire, bruh, if you start thinking right now. Okay, just trying to give you a little advice, bruh. Don't think your age. Your age is kind of a hindrance, but it really isn't. It's more of an asset because you have time. Time is on your side, bro. Okay. All right. Eno said, praying and hopeful that everyone wakes up and sees the truth. Like you said, history is still repeating itself. Don't get me wrong. It's bad apples in each side. Said, I'm not saying this one side's superior. In one sense, it's actually for the opportunity. The other side is literally just trying to keep people in their place. I agree. I agree, man. This is definitely a war. Okay, and no, it's not well, now it's physical. I mean, most people say, oh, it's not a war, it's just an election. Hey man, once that blood was spilt, it's on and popping, bro. That blood was spilt. So it's a war, man. And it's a war for mind share. It's a war for your finances, where you're going to put your money and control over it. If I can control what you do, I don't need your money. Okay? So be prepared. All right? Sub the channel, you guys. Follow me on X and IG at Shaxer21. Eno says, I'm not here to argue or even sound like I'm just here to tell the truth. If you want to listen. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, like, trying to push an agenda, I think people are too smart for that. I think the only time when people don't have a problem with you pushing an agenda, if you're thinking, all right, so kids are coming out now. I knew it was going to start happening. What time is it? It must be like almost 1 o'clock. Yep, almost 1 o'clock. The kids coming out. Got the inner tubes. Families coming out. It's coming out. It's starting to be down. Already got like 10 people walking out here. I think the only time anybody's even really concerned about agendas is when everybody's on the same page. I know my subscribers and my members and my team here, we're smart. We're not dumbasses. Okay, it's going to take a whole lot more than that. Okay, all right, you guys, man. Anything else you guys are saying, man? Because it is lunchtime. I'm round the family up. I'm about to go get some food. But yeah, man, it's beautiful out here in Los Angeles, man. I mean, I'm not trying to give that up, man. You see, I got people out here, man. Won't be long. Those of you guys who know how it is over here, bro, it'd be straight thong to thong out here, dog. It's crazy out here, dog. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch. I hope you guys have a good day. But yeah, I just wanted to go in real quick. Let me recap for those of you guys that may have came in late. We did a video yesterday on how to invest if Trump and Vance gain the presidency. That video, make sure you check that video out from yesterday. And then we followed up with the Trump speech last night. Had almost 5,000 people that was on that live. And then we did this morning how to invest your money if Biden and Harris get reelected. And I'll just go over it real quick, really fast, man. I'm not going to be long-winded with it. The things to invest in if the Democrats and the Dems are able to hold on are solar, clean energy, which includes electric cars, green energy, any of the emissions, any of the tools that are used to keep the emissions under bay. Companies putting out all kinds of the elimination, or not the eliminations, but at least the moving away from fossil fuels, electric cars, like I said before, any type of emissions that's putting out any of the harm, the healthcare industry. That is where the money's going to be, all right, with a Democratic presidency. If it is a Republican presidency, natural energy, petroleum, gas, natural gas, Anything that your grandfather, your great grandfather would have been using, that's what you put your money into when it comes to that. Coal, petroleum, like I said before, oil, natural gas, any of those things. Industrials, okay, which includes Chrysler, GM, the auto industry, the airplane industry. I forgot to mention that. So, those that make the airplanes, Boeing and all those companies, any type of industrial situation and that's there to build things that we utilize. Who's building the light rail systems in your city? Who's, the Amtrak? Who's repairing that? Anything that's going to have to involve industries that are creating things that we consume that are not really as electronic as you probably already have. That doesn't mean Apple and Dell and all of that. That means just more traditional stuff. Financials, the banks, okay, the loans, the home loans, the business loans, the car loans, the student loans, Fannie Mae, Sally Mae, all of that, okay? And crypto, because Trump is changing his wheels. Like I said, man, when he was in office 8 years ago, he wasn't feeling crypto, okay? Now he's switching his gears. Like I said, man, you got to adapt, man. If you want to survive, you got to adapt, all right? So the market right now is kind of in flux. Nobody's really doing anything. The things that I've invested in, majority of the things, they're just sitting there. They're not moving up. They're not going down. I had a little bit of downturn, but not really much. But I was used to things going up like this. It was doing well. Okay. If I used a lot of rationale that you guys use, I'm making more money under Biden, bro. I mean, if I'm using that, I'm not going to use that to vote though, because I'm smart. Okay. That's just superficial. I mean, it comes from my decision making. It came from what I invested in. When he came in office, I did my homework and invested in things that I thought were going to make money because of the presidency. It ain't because of him. But if I'm going to use the logic that a lot of you guys use, well, man, when this guy was in office, I was making this, and now I'm making that. I should go with the guy with COVID that doesn't do good in speaking engagements. I'm just being gangster. So it's going to be whoever's best for my pockets. If Biden's best for my pockets, if Trump's best for my pockets, man, that's what it is. Okay. So, all right, man, you guys have a good day, man. Thank you guys for your support. We're going to come back a little later. We're going to lighten it up, man. We're going to have some fun, talk some football. A lot of you guys have been chomping at the bit about this football, and we're going to go ahead and make that happen. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. Holler at you guys later. Matt Sheckler.